when the quaking aspen leaves begin to turn golden high in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, and the chamisa or rabbit brush explode with bright yellow flowers in the valleys below. These are nature's signals that the pine cones on the piñon trees are beginning to open and expose their fruit. A tiny, delicate seed in a thin outer covering that is nutritious for birds and other animals. This year, the villagers know this is a bumper crop and excitedly head for their secret places in the foothills to begin the tradition of piñon nut picking. Watch and listen as we follow along with some of these piñon nut pickers.
So, what you do is you come over here, one tree to another, and you have your knee pads on, and you start kneeling and picking one at a time.
Yeah, I've been doing this for many years, since I was like 12 years old. I'm 61 now. And it's like every 3 years, depending on Mother Nature, you know, if it's wet or whatever.
It doesn't come every year. It grows in different areas. But this year, this is the area.
You don't get a crop every year, so when it does come out, people are rushing out here to pick it.
We found out online out of a Facebook group that they had them up here and that there was a lot, so.
So it's kind of an interesting little thing. It's a lot of work, hard work. You have to sit there and look for all these tiny little things and pick them up one at a time.
This is my mom. We've been picking piñon since, oh my goodness, since I was little. We would all have our buckets and we'd all go make a day of it, and when we were done, after a few days of doing that, my mom would take it all home. She would boil it to wash it, and then she would salt it and then roast it.
The seasonings, you can use green chili powder to roast it, red chili powder.
And cooking, you can put it in bread, you can cook it in meats, pies, you name it, you can put it in anything. I still eat it. One football game, basketball games, I just crack them. And I got false teeth now. So I get a salt shaker, put them on a table on the cloth, and just crack one at a time.
You got to beat the blue jays, the birds, and also the squirrels and the deer and the elk will eat this piñon nuts also. So if you get lucky, sometimes you can find a nest where the squirrels hide the piñon nuts, and you can find 15, 20 pounds at a time. But if you do find one of them, you got to bring them back some grain or corn, something to, you know, to compensate for the winter time. Poor little guys, they got to eat something, you know.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Little white nut. Very oily. Very good. And better when they're roasted. You can put a whole bunch in your mouth if you want, but it's better one or two at a time. Like I said, I like the darker one, not the blondies.
Always pick the darker ones. The lighter ones are hollow. They have nothing inside them. In Spanish, we call them vano.
These two are good. These other ones right here, these three, they're vanos.
See, and if you get the habit to pick it with both hands like this, it's a good thing, because you pick double the amount in whatever time.
I could never do it with two hands. I've always just picked with one hand, so.
Don't crack them in your mouth because, you know, of all the field mice and stuff that come around here. So just crack it, and I'm gonna crack it, show you how it looks on the inside. And we're gonna peel it back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in my mouth and eat it. And it's pretty good.
They just eat them like you do sunflower seeds. If you want to go get them already shelled, then you go to the grocery store and buy them from Asia. That's where they're shelled, but I don't think anybody here shells them.
It's like a flower seed. You're gonna click them and eat them. You don't, I don't know, I've never shelled them like that and put them like in something else. And it's so damn expensive now. Have you checked the price?
This is roasted and it goes for $25 a pound. And this is, I don't know how much this is, but it sells for 10. And this is raw. This is $125 of raw piñon. Pickers come and they sell it to us here. So we purchase it from them for a certain price, you know. So we have to make money too, so we jack it up a little. So thank you very much.
I don't sell them, everybody wants to buy them, and I says, no, I pick for my family.
When I was a little girl, we'd go piñon picking, and my grandmother would pick the sap off the tree, which is this item right here, and she'd make bubble gum out of it, which was very interesting, and it was actually pretty delicious. But that was the Indian in my grandmother.
A lot of the sap here, it's called trementina, and that they mix it with coconut oil, marijuana, and make like a salve that they use for pain.
I can't specifically say which medicines were used, because that was a tradition my grandmother did.
My mom and dad used to take us out every time there was piñon, and we'd go pick, and I've been doing it since. I'm not doing very good right now because I got cancer, pancreatic cancer, so I really ain't picking as good as I should be. But it's keeps my mind off of everything, you know what I mean?
At 8 years old, we start picking. I went with my parents. It's hard work, but I enjoy it. I enjoy because it's just like you're out.
And then when we used to go piñon picking, me, my dad, and mom would go, and my dad would climb up the trees and shake it to make more piñon nuts fall out, and we'd get a lot more, and we'd put them on the tarp and pick them out. But you have to watch out, because if you get sap on you, you won't get it out of your clothes. That's the only bad part about it. And the cactus.
That's what you gotta watch out for, cactus. Cacti will kill you.
Well, my sister and I, we bring a rug to sit on or kneel on, and I bring a pillow to lean on if I need to do that. And we just come and pick, and I do bring my coffee and keep it out in the sun so it doesn't get cold.
It is something that we've been doing for about 65 years. And the best thing about this is just getting away from work, from home.
My son is picking piñon up on the hill over here. I tried it, I got Parkinson's, so I can't do it over here, but I just come for the comfort of my son.
Sometimes we come out and just have a nice lunch, like my husband and I have done, just come out, and after we go, okay, let's go home now.
It's like a part of my life.
I don't care how tired I get, I come back.
We just come out here and enjoy the forest.
How could you ignore the scenery here, the fresh air? It's beautiful.
And I do love picking piñon. I've been doing it since about 7 years old, and I enjoy the heck out of eating them, picking them, and everything.